Hi guys. Hi, good evening. Hiya. Namaste, bye. Thank you ladies. Namaste. I hope you're okay, Sue, today. "45 minutes tonight, about 45 minutes. I hope you're okay. I hope you've all had a lovely day today. Hi Debbie. Nice to see you. Hi everyone. Hi. Love back. Oh, it's nice to have you here. I'll start in a minute, so just nice relaxing bit of yoga tonight, nothing too strenuous. Hello Renata, how are you? Let's just get a couple of more minutes and then we'll start. Hi Gwen, how are you doing? Hello Bex, are you doing yoga tonight? Are you joining us? Come on, you know you want to. Hi Charlotte. Yes. Awesome. Hi Babs, Mum. Are you alright? Okay, so just nice relaxing one tonight, just to get rid of the day and prepare us. I don't know if you've had tea or not yet, so something nice just before tea. Hi Lisa, how are you? Okay, so we're going to start on your mat. We're going to start seated on the mat, okay? So just bend in the knees, maybe just taking the hands to the side and just roll yourself back. I hope you can see okay. And just place one hand on your lower belly and one hand on the heart area. So if it feels good to maybe take the feet wide, knees together, or take the feet together and your knees wide, and just glue your lower back into the mat, give it a little wiggle, keeping your hand on your lower belly and hand on the heart, and just close your eyes and take an inhale, and as you inhale, expand your belly, and as you exhale, feel the chest soften. So just connect the two, connect the belly as you inhale, and then as you exhale, feel the chest soften. And just bring some deepness into the breath. Maybe sigh it out if you need to. Feeling the chest soften with your exhale and pulling the tummy in also as you exhale. And just notice any sensation in the belly under the hand and any sensation in the chest or your heart. If you've been feeling really tense or anxious, like many of us at the moment, release and soften with your exhale. Just take a couple more breaths here, inhaling and exhaling. And then bring the feet onto the mat, parallel with your knees. Maybe just bring the heels in towards your bum cheeks a little bit more. And then plant the hands into the floor, and as you inhale, lift the hips up into a nice moving bridge, reaching the arms up. And then when you're ready to exhale, take it down. So flow in your own time, inhaling and exhale. If there's anything you need to release on your exhale, feel free. Inhale and exhale. Feel any stress, tension, anxiety releasing from your body with your exhale. Inhale and exhale. One more. Inhale, let's hold it up there. Reach. And then exhale, bring it down. Hug the knees into your chest and gently rock or roll or take some circles, just massaging your lower back into the mat. Keeping your knees bent, knees and legs together if you can, arms outstretched, palms down or up. Take an inhale, center, and then exhale over to one side. Taking it over, if you want to work the core a little bit, you can hover it off the floor or you can rest it down. Inhale, if you've got a cushion handy, you can put a cushion in between your knees, and then exhale over to one side, so you're opening up the side muscles here. Inhale and exhale. You can go slower than me, you don't have to go to my time. I'm just here to guide you. Really focus on the breath, connect the breath to the movement of your body. One more each side, inhale, exhale. Keeping those arms, shoulders into the floor as much as you can. Inhale and exhale. And hug the knees back into the chest. Maybe bring the head up. Maybe wrap the arms around the shins if you can. If you can't, that doesn't matter. And just rock from side to side. And then take hold of your ankles, open the knees and just circle the feet. Release any tension in your ankles. Ooh, lots of popping and cracking going on there. Just releasing. You can take your head down now, obviously, if you want. Slowly, slowly change direction if you want to. Big circles. And then keep your right knee into your chest. You can straighten that other leg out, or you can bend the knee if it's comfier for you. Keep your right hand under that right knee, left hand on your left hip, and then circle so you're releasing any tension from the hip. Hip flexor, your back is glued to the floor. And then connect your breath. Releasing any tension if you've been doing lots of sitting, lots of standing, anything, lots of anything, just release that tension from around the hip. I'm probably going quite fast, so you slow it down if you need to. I'm just a guide. You get whatever you need out of this. And you can change direction if it feels good. Make the circle bigger. Just getting the oxygen flowing. And then hug that knee into your chest. Hug the other knee into your chest and straighten that right leg out. Or bend the knee. Right hand on your right hip, left hand stays under the knee or on the shin, and then take it into a circle. I want to just hug the fingers under that knee. Big circle. big range of motion. Watch that right bum cheek doesn't lift up off the mat. Deep breaths, focusing on the breath. Moving in the joints. Good job. And then hug the knees into your chest. Gently rock side to side or roll it out. Now you can either come to your side to sit up, or if you want to gently rock backward and forward with me, take a few rocks. It's quite good fun. Taking a few rocks and then bring yourself up to seated. Swing your legs round and then come to all fours. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Let's just do some cat-cows. Inhale and exhale. Arch the back up. Pull the navel in. Inhale and exhale. Inhaling, arching the back down, look up. And exhaling. And then you can go a little bit freestyle if you want. Shoulder to hip, side to side. Maybe circle it out. Little rotation of cat and cow. Whatever feels good, just release. And then just come back to neutral, hands under shoulders, spread those fingers wide. And as you inhale, arch the back down, look up. And as you exhale, pull back into a little child's pose. You might want to put your big toes together, your knees might want to come wider. Exhale, release that exhalation. And then inhale, come up, arch the back down, inhale. And then exhale, pull back. You might want to reach the hands forward, take it into as much stretch as you want to, but exhale. Inhale, cow pose, arching the back down, look up. And as you exhale, maybe arch the back a little bit as you pull back, slow exhalations all the way. And then inhale, one more, arch the back down, look up. Exhale, pull back. We're just going to stay here, so you might want to sit a little bit further back, maybe get nice and comfy, widen the knees. Maybe stretch the arms out. If you want to be a bit more active, you can lift the heels of the hands, come up onto the fingers. And if it feels good to stay here and breathe, stay here. Otherwise, step your hands to one side. So you can feel a big stretch down the side of your body. And then walk it to the other side. Remember, you can stay, you make it your own practice. And then gently walk your hands back, come back to all fours. Tuck the toes here and walk your hands back to your knees. So you're going to bring your feet onto the mat. Just check your big toes are parallel. And then once you're ready, keeping the knees bent, plant the feet into the mat. Just come halfway up, slide your hands up your shins or your thighs, wherever. Give yourself time to pull the belly in, straighten the back, maybe give yourself a little wiggle, and then exhale, find your forward fold, but bend the knees if you need to. Bend in the knees and just finding a firm foundation in your feet and your legs to let your top of your body, top of your torso hang. You can hold on to the elbows and sway from side to side if you want to. Or you can just hang and you can maybe scrape the fingers as if they're scraping through sand. And you're just releasing your hamstrings. No one cares how far down you go. Breathe into it. Heavy head. And let your arms hang if they're not already, and very slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time. Push into the feet, spread the toes. Inhale, pull the navel in when you get there. Roll the shoulders back and down. Maybe a few more rolls. Rolling the shoulders. Disappeared off screen. Breathe. And then step lengthways across the mat. Feet nice and wide, toes and heels parallel for now. Inhale, reach the arms up. Keep your right arm up, reach, 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 and then take the left hand down to the left thigh and take it over. Top palm faces down towards the floor. And just be aware that you're not bringing your hips back and you're not leaning forward. Lean to the side so you can feel that stretch. If it's too much for the arm, you can put your hand behind your head. Watch there's not too much pressure going on that hand onto the leg. Breathe into it. And then inhale, reach the arms up. Reach, reach, reach as you're planting the feet. Take a few breaths here, really reach. And then taking the right hand down to the right thigh. Take the left arm over. If it's really tight, that arm, you can just put it behind your head, or you can maybe put it here. I know some of you've got really tight shoulders, so massage you. You know who you are. Take it over. Breathe into the side of the body, whichever side you're going. And then slowly bring your arms down. Turn the heels in so that your toes are pointed outwards. Bend the knees slightly. Inhale, swoop the arms up. And then as you exhale, bend the knees and take your arms and see if you can scrape your arm fingers down to the mat. And then while you're down here, give yourself a big hug. Inhale, swoop the arms up. And exhale again, down you go. Maybe just your feet so that your heels are in a little bit further. Hug, really important to hug yourself. And then inhale, reach up. And exhale. Sink it down as much as you want to. Hug. And then inhale. Reach it up. One more exhale. Inhale, give yourself a hug. Take a breath here. Feel that hug, can't hug anyone else, so you might as well hug yourself. And then inhale, reach the arms up. Maybe turn the toes in a little bit if you want to, maybe widen the stance, take your hands behind you. If you can't clasp your hands, just put your hands behind you or hold on to the fists. And then lean back, planting the feet to all parts of the feet in the floor. And take a lean back, inhaling, exhaling. And then release, inhale, reach the arms up. See if you can straighten the arms, pull the tummy in, exhale, L the air out, and then as you inhale, reach forward and see how long you can make your back. Elongate the spine, reach it forward, pull the navel in here. It's a really strong pose. Doesn't matter how far or how low you are. And then slowly see if you can get your hands to the floor or to your shins or to a block. Maybe bend the knees a little bit, widen the stance if you want to. Inhale halfway and then exhale. Slowly release down. Bend your knees if you need to. And see if you can walk your hands over to the right leg and just place your right hand wherever it rests, on the foot, on the shin, on the thigh. Inhale and exhale. See if you can bring the chest towards the front of that right thigh. You should feel a nice stretch in that right hamstring, glute. Breathe into it. And then walk it back to center. Take an inhale, look up. And then exhale, take it down. It's just a little reset. Walk your hands over to the left leg, wherever they're comfortable. If you're up here, that's fabulous. It's a little bit further down. And then just wiggle, see if you can get your chest towards the front of that thigh. Breathing into it. Maybe massage the back of that hamstring if it's really tight. Be gentle with yourself. And then slowly walk your hands back to the center. Inhale halfway, just reset. Pull the navel in, lengthen the spine, and then exhale. Walk your hands down the legs, holding onto the legs wherever is comfortable. And just let your body hang. Maybe using your legs, your hands on your legs, to maybe pull yourself in a little bit more. And then halfway up again. Inhale, reset. Exhale, come down. Take your right hand onto the floor and bring your left arm up into a twist. If you want more, you can walk that right hand towards the left leg. You don't have to do that though. In the middle is perfectly fine. And if it's not on the floor, just hold on to your thigh. You can vary it, you know your body. And then swap it round, left hand on the floor or wherever. And then right arm up. Deep breaths, and then taking it down. Bring your heels in, your toes out so your knees bend. Inhale, reach up with the strength of your legs. Inhale. Exhale, prayer position. Bend in those knees, toes point out a bit more. Make sure your knees aren't coming inwards. Taking them out over to the middle, towards the middle toes. Keep that strength going. Pull the navel in. Just take a few breaths here. Hold it, hold it, hold it. You can sink deeper if you want to, but just don't let those inner thighs roll inwards. And then take your hands onto the thighs. Use the weight of those hands on the thighs. Drop your right shoulder down. Maybe look over that left shoulder. And then drop your other shoulder down. Take some breaths. Come back to neutral. Keep the weight of those hands deeply onto the front of those thighs. Inhale, arch the back like a cow pose, and then exhale, pull the navel in. Drop the head. Just one more inhale. Might feel a bit awkward, you might not feel like you're doing it right, but you are. Inhale, reach the arms up, and exhale, prayer position. Good job. So turn your left foot out to the front, short side of the mat. Front heel aligned with the back arch, and bend that front knee. Watch that knee doesn't go over that front foot. You might want to wiggle that front foot forward so you can still see your big toe. So the knee's in line with the middle toes, and then inhale, reach the arms up, activating that inner thigh of your back leg. And then exhale, hands behind your back. Lift the arms or drop the fists down to past your bum and have a lean back. If you want to come forward, you can come forward. You might want to just widen the stance so that your heel, your left foot is out a little bit towards the edge of the mat, and you can come down into Fallen Warrior. And then inhale, bring it back. If you're up here, take a few more breaths here. Good job. And then release your hands down to the floor. You're going to turn that back foot so you're in a high lunge position. If you want to come into a low lunge for a little bit easier, you can take that knee onto the floor. Your right hand comes down to the floor and your left arm reaches up into a twist. Breathing into it. Remember, you can put that knee down at any time and really open the chest up towards the ceiling. The rib cage opens up towards the ceiling. And then bring that knee down. You might want to pad the knee if you need to. And bring both hands to the inside of that front foot. And then just step that front foot out a little bit. It's a little bit of a lizard pose. So working the hip flexors and the back thigh. If you want to slide that right knee back a little bit, you can. And you can just stay here. Breathing into it, sinking down. If you want to sink a little bit deeper, you can sink a little bit deeper. It's up to you. You can open that leg out a little bit as well so that you come onto the outside of the left foot. Breathing into it. And then slowly release. That's a strong one, that is. Lift the back knee up and then walk your hands to the middle of the mat so that you're in the long edge of the mat again in wide leg forward fold. And take your hands onto your hips and slowly come up. So we're going to do the same on the other side. So we're going to turn your right foot out and your left foot. So your front heel is in line with the back heel or a little bit wider. It's Warrior One pose. Turn your hips to the front of the mat. Sink that front knee down. And just look at your toes. Hopefully you can see your big toe and your knees aiming for the middle toes. You're engaging your inner thigh of your back leg and the outside of that back foot is firmly planted into the floor. So take your time here, roll the shoulders back and down, and then you're going to clasp your hands in front of you and you're going to turn the palms away from you. Take an inhale here, and as you exhale, lift the arms up, maybe sink down into that pose a little bit more. Front knees over the front ankle though. Breathing into it. Pushing the weight into the outside of the back foot, really activating that back inner thigh. Just release the hands, take the arms as if you're holding a big beach ball, and then turn the palms to the front. Inhale, and as you exhale, cactus the arms, take a lean back. Good job, and then inhale, bring the arms up, and we're going to come into lizard pose this side. I'm going to show you this way around. So you're going to take your hands down to the floor. Haven't forgotten your twist, I promise. Taking the knee down into the floor, taking both hands under your shoulders or maybe a little bit further forward. And maybe walking that front foot out a little bit. You can open the knee up if you like, it's up to you, or you can plant the sole of the foot into the mat. Slide the back knee back. You find your stretch. We're all totally different. Every side is different. We're all made different. There's never right or wrong. So this is a perfect stretch for you for your hip flexor, if you have lower back issues, hip issues, breathing into it. You go as deep as you want to if you like. It's totally up to you. And just take some deep breaths here. And then slowly release. If your knee was on the floor the other side for the twist, you can keep it on the floor. Plant your left hand under your left shoulder or towards that place. If you want to lift the back knee up into a high lunge and then take it into a twist. Like I said, if you want to keep that knee on the floor. If you find that with the knee on the floor, you're opening your chest, you're opening the rib cage to the side, do that. That's the most important thing. Breathing into it. And then slowly take both knees to the floor. Widen the knees, big toes touch, pull back into a child's pose. Breathing into it, using the breath. Spreading fingers. You can activate the arms if you want by lifting the sole's palms of the hands up and just pressing into the fingers. And then slowly come back up to all fours and just do a couple of cat-cows or circles. Just release anything that releases anything. And we're just going to release each hip a little bit, just rotating it, taking your right leg out, flex the foot of your right foot, and then just take it into some circles. Oh, mine's cracking a little bit there. Slowly releasing any stagnation that we're holding there from the day. Other side, and just help get the oxygen flowing from that lizard pose. And then swap it over, planting the other knee into the mat, pad the knee if you need to. All the while you're breathing deeply and the core is engaged, keeping your back strong, your spine strong. And then just take the knees so they're under the hips, hands under your shoulders. Take your right arm up, inhale. And as you exhale, we're going to thread it through, right shoulder onto the floor, right side of the face onto the floor. So if you want to keep your knees down, keep both knees down. If you want to straighten out the left leg, straighten it out, tuck the toes, keep those hips nice and level. And then take your left arm up to the ceiling. You can do this with both knees on the floor if you get a better stretch that way. And I will take you into some variations, but layer on the postures when you're ready. You can take that arm over the top if you want to, fingertips towards onto the mat or the floor. You can wrap that left arm around your back. Maybe the hand finds the right thigh. Maybe it doesn't, that's okay. And then if you want to work a little bit into the core, you can hover that left leg up. You might lose your balance, that's okay. We've all fallen over in this pose. So find whatever you need here. It's amazing for releasing tension in the upper back. And then slowly release wherever you are. And then take your hands down to the mat. Bring yourself back up. Ooh. Shake it out, roll it out, however you need to roll it out. I'm just laughing at my hair because it's probably looking like right now. So take the left arm up, I don't care, and then take it through. Left shoulder onto the floor, making sure those hips are nice and square. Straighten out the right leg if you want to, and take the arm up. Again, let's layer on whatever posture suits you. I'll just guide you through all the different variations. You can take that right arm up and over. You can have a nice stretch there if that feels good for you. You can wrap it around your back. Fingertips might come round to the top of the left thigh. And then if you want that challenge, you can lift that right knee, leg off, foot off the floor, hovering. Breathe wherever you are. And then slowly release down, release the arm, the leg. And just do your cats, your cows, your round, side to side. Just release. And then sit on your left hip and bring your legs in front of you. Sitting up nice and tall, bending the left knee, right leg straight, toes of your right foot facing up to the ceiling, and really hook that shin so that you can get your back nice and straight. So if this is enough here and you just want to look over that left shoulder, do that. If you want to take your left arm up, take it behind you, plant that hand onto the floor, inhale, sit up tall, and then exhale, twist your chest, your rib cage over to the left. If you want a little bit more, you can connect that elbow to the outside of the left thigh. Keep sitting up tall, your toes of your right foot reaching up to the ceiling. Breathe. Use the breath. Slowly release. Bending both knees slightly. Hands at the side if you just take it side to side. And then bend the right knee, straighten the left leg. Just give yourself time to hug that shin in with both arms, forearms. And just sitting yourself up nice and tall, toes of your left foot reaching up to the ceiling, give yourself time. And if that's enough, if you're happy here, you can maybe just look over to the right. Otherwise, bring your right arm up, inhale, take it behind you, and then take it round into that twist. Take some deep breaths. Twists are great at getting rid of any negative energy flowing through the body. And then if you want to connect that elbow, feel free. With every inhale, you're sitting up tall. With every exhale, you're twisting round. And then slowly bring yourself back to the center. Bend in both knees, hands behind you, and just release side to side. Keeping those knees bent, sitting up tall. If you want to take your hands onto the back of the thighs, you can with this one, or you can take your arms out. We'll just do a really slow roll down. Slowly roll down, really connecting the core, feeling that moment where your body just wants to flop. Just see if you can control that moment. And slowly release down, hook one knee in, hook the other knee in, and just rock from side to side. Straightening out the right leg, keeping that left leg bent. Take your right arm up and hold on to the outside shin under the left knee. Take your left arm out to the side, shift the hips to the left, and then take it over into a spinal twist. Taking it over, maybe using your hand, your right hand on top of that side of the thigh, just taking it into a twist. Maybe you can turn your head to look to that left hand if it feels good. Try and keep that left shoulder into the floor. Inhale and exhale. Breathe into it. Real nice, long, deep breaths. Feel the tension releasing from the body, from your spirit. And then slowly release. Hook the knees in just before you go into the other side. If you need to have a little release, a little rock. And then you'll straighten the left leg. So your left hand comes to the outside of that right thigh or just under the knee. Right arm reaches out. Shift the hips to the right. And then slowly take it over. Stiffer that side. You always find that one side is stiffer than the other, tighter. And then slowly take it over. Maybe turn the head to look to that right hand. Really slow the breath down. Feel the deep exhalations, giving your body time to soften into the pose. And then slowly release back. Give your back time just to get back level into the mat. Hug the knees in. Keep the knees wide this time. And just rock from side to side. If that's enough, stay here. If you want to do a happy baby, take your arms to the inside of the legs and then hold on to the outside, little toe side of your feet with your hands. See if you can get the soles of the feet parallel with the ceiling. And the weight of your hands gently pulling the knees in towards your armpits. You can find stillness here, or you can take some rocks side to side. Keep that breath going, the deep breath. And then soles of the feet come together. Half butterfly. Plant your back into the floor. Right hand on your belly, left hand on your heart. Take a few breaths. Just feel that connection of the soles of the feet together. And then connect your gut, your lower belly to your heart. Inhale, gut, lower belly, exhale the chest. Your belly, your gut, your intuition. Ready? Slowly relax into Shavasana. Legs wide, arms wide. Just never ever miss Shavasana. It's the most important pose in the whole practice. Everything you've just done, let it all sink in. Close your eyes and I'll leave you here for a minute. I'll be back. time. Stretch the arms up and have a full body stretch. Probably smell your dinner being cooking, your dinner cooking. I can smell mine cooking. So bend the knees. Take your whole body to the right hand side. Wiggle the toes, wiggle your hands. And then when you're ready, slowly come up into your seated position, cross-legged or kneeling. It's totally up to you. Take your hands into namaste position in front of your chest, and then take your hands to your forehead. May you have loving, compassionate and kind thoughts. Take your hands to your heart. May you have loving, kind and compassionate intentions. And then take your hands to your mouth. May you have kind, loving, compassionate words and communication. Namaste to you all. Thank you for joining me. I always appreciate it. Always, always. Namaste. Have a lovely evening. Thank you.